Hello friends, welcome back to the channel of Clinical Care Insight. Today we are starting a series of lecture on one of the most interesting topic in medical science, or we can say in any health science, that's called the sensory system. Okay, we will cover the sensory system under the four major, we can say, the special sensory organs. Okay, but before starting those all four sensory organs, we will look into understanding about the sensation. Okay, today specifically we will talk about the sensory system. Okay, and today's our, we can say, the lecture outline is this. First we will introduce you to the sensory system. Okay, then we will talk about the receptors. Okay, then we will move ahead and define the sensation. Then we will understand that difference between the general sensation and special sensation. Okay, and then we will go deeper into understanding of a special sensory organ. Understood? Then the first sensory organ, okay, that's our ear. We will talk about the ear, their structure, their physiology, and along with their applied physiology. Okay, so now let's start with the introductory part. We all know that we have the capability to sense the environment, okay, through the touch. Okay, through the touch. We also have, we can say, the capability to hear a sound. Okay, we have the capability to taste the foods, okay, and other substances. These are called basically the sensory system. These are called the sensory system organs. Sensory systems organs. Now, what do you mean by the sensory system? Can anyone define what's a sensory system?
Organs that helps us to perceive through touch, hearing, smell, etc.
Very good. He's basically saying the sensory systems are a specialized system, okay, which help to perceive the external environment, okay, which help to perceive the external environment. You are mostly correct, but you can add one thing more, like you don't only, we can say, perceive every time from the external environment. Sometimes your body also perceive or take the information from your internal environment. That's the internal part of the body. Okay, so basically we define the sensory system is a, we can say, the special system which is mainly concerned with the perception of external, we can say, the external stimuli. Okay, external stimuli, okay, along with internal stimuli. Understood? Internal stimuli. Now it's a perception. Okay, now as I said and as you said that mostly the external environment, that's obvious, that's a fact. 80% what we receive is come from, write down, 80% what we perceive comes from the external environments, comes from the external environment. That means most of our stimulus, most of the sensations we feel, analyze, comes from the external environment. Understood? Now we will move ahead and define one more term, that's called sensation. That's called the sensation. Sensation is basically a process. It's a process. Process of what? Process of perceiving the stimuli. Perceiving the stimuli. Stimuli is like a message. It's like a message. Okay, like you can say the knock knock. It's like knock knock. Okay, it's a stimuli. Okay, now a stimuli, process of receiving, okay, of stimuli. As I told you that a stimuli is either can be a external or internal. It can be a external or it can be a internal. Okay, now you know that stimuli, if we talk about their nature, it can be physical, it can be physical, okay, it can be chemical, or it can be physico-chemical. Physico-chemical. Now what do you mean by the physical? See, sometimes you perceive some information when someone is touching you. Okay, sometimes you come across a hot object. Okay, you put your finger on the hot, like in the hot place. Okay, you feel one kind of sensation. Okay, one kind of sensation. That all is called the physical sensation. That's a physical sensation, or we can say the physical message or physical stimuli. Clear? Now we have chemical. Sometimes what happened, you know that you come across so many dusts, okay, so many kind of, we can say, the pollutant, you know, like the automobile exhausted, the gas, nitric oxides, they all are what? They all are the chemicals. They all are the chemicals. That's called the chemical stimulus. And you know about the drugs. Drugs are what? Drugs are also a kind of stimuli. It's also a kind of stimuli. Okay, so they are also a chemical stimuli. Okay, now we have the physico-chemical. We have the physico-chemical. Sometimes what happens, stimuli comes both physically as well as the chemically. Physically as well as the chemically. Can you cite any example? Physico-chemical stimuli example? Not? Your food. Food are in the physical form, but you ingest food just because of their good smell, good odor. Okay, food is an example of your physico-chemical stimulus. Understanding? Any doubt? Now, the sensation which you feel generally is first seeing. You are able to see. You are fortunate. You are a fortunate, you are a blessed. That means you can see. Okay, you can see. You can also taste. Is it okay? Fine. Taste. Then you can also seeing, testing. You can hear. Okay. You can hear, or you have perception of touching. These all are a sensation. These all are a sensation, along with smelling. Very good. Smelling. Okay, these all are a sensation. These all are a sensation. Understood? Now, you know, do you ever think how you see? How you see the object and their color?
Through the eyes, sensory organ.
Through the eyes. Okay. But my friend, you know that sometimes what happens, like someone is talking with you, okay, or while you are in a classroom, okay, the teacher is delivering the lecture, but sometimes teacher is in front of you, but you are unable to see the teacher. You are in another zone, in another world. It means eyes are not the real, we can say, the organ of seeing. Their center is from somewhere else. Where? Brain. Exactly. Brain. It's a brain. It's a brain. It's a brain which help to analyze, perceive, okay, and give the appropriate feedback. Give the appropriate feedback. Now, so we have to understand how our brain, our nervous system is basically working. Okay, how our nervous system is basically working. Till here, any have doubt? No? Very good. Now, as I told you that you came across a situation where you are talking with someone, okay, someone is saying something to you, but you are unable to perceive what they are saying, what they said or what they are saying. It means that ear is not only of one organ which help in perceiving or receiving the sound. See, you have to understand first how your nervous system is working. Okay, so basically it's one typical diagram of your nervous system. Okay, you know it's your cerebrum or a cortex. Okay, it's a midbrain, pons, medulla, cerebellum, okay, and spinal cord. This is one typical structure of your brain. How your brain is working, how your entire nervous system is working. Through electrical chemical signals. You are right, through the electrical chemical signals. But my question is, once they receive the electrical chemical signal, then how they are working? Not understanding? Okay, let me introduce with you the function, how your nervous system is working. How your nervous system is working. See, as you know that central nervous system is basically classified into the central nervous system and peripheral nervous system, isn't it? Okay, now central nervous system is a main control and command organ. Okay, and peripheral nervous system helps to send the message, okay, and take appropriate feedback and give to the assigned organ or particular organ. Okay, suppose there is one muscle. Okay, suppose this is a myocyte, a muscle of myocardium, a heart. Okay, now this is a nerve. This is called what? Afferent nerve. This is called afferent. Afferent nerve. Okay, see, afferent nerve, via the afferent nerve or through the afferent nerve, the sensory signals comes in to the nervous system area. Okay, into the nervous system area. Okay, it may be a contraction message or a pain message. Okay, its message is comes through the afferent nerves, through the afferent nerves. Then there is a release of appropriate kind of signal to the myocyte or a muscles via the efferent nerve, via the efferent nerve. Efferent nerve. Understanding? Now, the afferent nerve or efferent nerve, they are collectively called as a peripheral nervous system. Are you understanding? They are collectively called as the peripheral nervous system. Now, it's your central nervous system. It's your central nervous system. As you know, that central nervous system comprises of the brain and spinal cord. The brain and spinal cord. Brain is also divided into the three types: forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. Okay, and the spinal cord. Understanding? Now, I'm not going into neuroanatomy and neurophysiology in detail. I'm just showing you superficially how your brain is working or nervous system is working. See, nervous system should receive all the information first. Okay, it should first receive If it won't receive, it means it will not work, it will not give any feedback or not control. Okay, so first it should receive the information, it should receive the information. Okay, after the receiving, there are areas in the brain, defined areas in the brain, okay, where the appropriate kind of signals comes. Okay, so brain should receive the information, then they analyze, they process the information. Okay, how they process? They process with the help of their past memories, okay, previously what they stored. Okay, they will try to integrate or incorporate it with them. Okay, analyze. So the second is your nervous system should process the information. Okay, receiving the information, process the information, and then they should respond. So from today onwards, you just remember that your central nervous system is working on the three principles, that it should first receive the information via afferent nerve. Okay, then it's process the information, analyze the information. Okay, and then it will respond the information via the afferent nerves. Clear? Have any doubt? No? Okay. Now, after having a discussion over the function of central nervous system, we will move ahead and discuss our sensory nervous system. As I said that sometimes it's happened that you are talking with someone, okay, but sometimes you are unable to hear their sound. Okay, it shows that ear is not only the main organ of hearing. Okay, main organ of hearing, or we can say the main center of the hearing. Center of the hearing is someone else, where it is situated in your nervous system, central nervous system. Understanding? Now, as I told, the same things happen. Every sensory organ, okay, every sensory organ, they possess some of the specialized protein, and that specialized protein is called receptors. That specialized protein is called receptor. Understanding? Suppose this is a hair cell. Okay, I should draw it. Suppose this is not exact diagram. This is your organ of corti. You heard about the organ of corti? Do you heard about the organ of corti? The organ of corti is present in your internal ear. Okay, over the basilar membrane. We had discussion after few minutes. Okay, these organ of corti, they possess the hair cells. And hair cells are basically a kind of a receptor. Okay, when sounds is travels through your pinna to the external auditory meters to the, you can say, tympanic membrane. When they hit the tympanic membrane, then ossicles vibration. Okay, and then they goes to these hairs. Okay, these are the some of the hair cells. They contain the stereocilia. Okay, they contain the stereocilia. So these hair cells, they are the receptor. When sound waves will change into the mechanical wave. When they hit these hair cells, there is a nerve. Do you heard about the auditory nerve? Okay, then auditory nerve will receive the information. They goes to the one appropriate area of your central nervous system. Understanding? Basically, hearing is the temporal lobe is concerned with the hearing process. Temporal lobe is concerned with the hearing process. Okay, so they goes to the via the so many nuclei. They goes to the temporal area where sound is first received, then analyzed or processed, and then responding. Clear? Any doubt? Okay. Now, so as I defined that there is something called receptors. These receptors are basically a specialized protein. They are a specialized protein. Now, it is a protein, it means it is synthesized by your DNA, your nucleus basically, okay? Your nucleus synthesize the special protein that behave as a receptor, okay? That behave as a receptor. Receptor are specialized protein which are able to receive the stimuli or information, understanding, which receive the stimuli and give one appropriate kind of feedback, okay? So receptors, when you understood about the receptors, just briefly understand their type. Mainly they are categorized into the three group, okay? The first group is called exteroreceptor. Exteroreceptors, okay, means the receptor which is present in outer body surface, okay? The pain receptor, that's called the noisy receptor, okay? Some of the, we can say the thermoreceptors. Thermoreceptors are concerned with the detecting or regulating the temperature, very good, okay? These are called the exteroreceptors, present in the outer, we can say outer area of your body, outer surface of your body. Then second receptor category of receptor is called interoreceptor. Interoreceptors, okay? They are present basically within an organ, okay? Within your internal environment of your body, like some of the insulin receptors. You heard about the beta receptor, okay? Beta receptor present in the liver, okay? Then alpha adrenergic receptors present in the, we can say the heart, okay? Myocardial tissue present over the tissue. So these are called the interoreceptor. And something called proprioceptor, okay? Something called proprioceptor. All the information, okay, which comes from your joint, muscles and tendons, they are collectively called proprioception. They are called as proprioception. So these receptors are basically present over the muscles, bones, tendons and joints. Understood? So let me summarize it once again, that sensory system is basically a specialized system, okay, which is performing the special function. Understood? Now, basically our sensory systems, they will work, okay, they will work by the help of your nervous system, and the basic function of the nervous system is it should first receive the information, then it process, analyze the information, okay, and then it we can respond appropriately, okay, respond optimally or appropriately. Have said these all things, now we move ahead and discuss about the type of sensation. We have so many type of sensation. We have so many type of some sensations, and some are concerned in the physiology, and most of the are concerned in the psychiatry, or we can say the psychology. Understanding? So for our study purpose, we are defining the sensation into two categories. Some of the sensation which comes throughout the body, okay? So since they are comes from throughout the body, they are called as the generalized sensation. Generalized sensation. Clear? Understanding? Now, some of these sensations which are, we can say the specific, they are specific, means they comes from defined area, okay? They are called spatial, we can say, sensation. They are called the spatial sensation. Are you understanding? Spatial sensation. Understanding? Any doubt? No? Okay, very good. Now, The general sensation, can you tell me any general sensation? Yeah?
Chills throughout the body.
Throughout the body means temperature, hotness or coldness of a body, then pain, okay, pain, pressure, okay. These all are the generalized sensation, whereas the special sensations are hearing. You cannot hear by your skin, you cannot hear by your, we can say, the stomach. Here should only by the ear, understanding? So hearing, okay. Then smelling, can you smell through your skin? No, it's not possible. Very good. Now, so you have smelling, okay. Then taste, gustation, okay, taste. Anything else apart from all hearing, smelling, tasting? Very good. Seeing or visualization, okay, seeing. These are called spatial sensation. These are called spatial sensation because they come from the spatial organs, simple. And generalized sensation because they come from everywhere. Your pain receptor, that's called the noisy receptors, they are throughout the body. They are throughout the body except the brain. Brain itself knows carry any pain receptors. Yeah, dura matters carry the covering of the meninges, they contain only the pain receptor, but brain itself not feel pain. Okay, that's how our body is designed beautifully. Now, once we define the generalized sensation and spatial sensation, then we have to define the spatial sensation organ. For organ of seeing is your organ of seeing, which, by the help of which organ you are seeing? Eyes. Very good, it's your eyes. Then taste, tongue. Very good. Then you have a smelling, nose. Very good, nose. And then hearing, ear. Wow, it's awesome. Ear. You have so many knowledge. Understanding? It's a special sensation. Now, before I am going to detail describing the special sensations, I want to first summarize, or we can say make you revise about the cranial nerves, because the special sensations, they are carried out by your cranial nerves. So it's necessary to at least highlight their name. Okay, how many cranial nerves we have? How many cranial nerves we have? 12. Very good. We have 12 cranial nerves. Can you name them? The first, very good. First is your olfactory nerve. Okay, this is cranial nerve 1. Remember like this, O, okay, to touch and feel, to touch and feel. Vomer, you know about the vomer bone? Vomer. O, to touch and feel. Vomer through vast. Okay, first we will write olfactory, then O for optic, Optic nerve, which is a second cranial nerve. Okay, O for oculomotor nerve, third cranial nerve. Okay, then T stand for trochlear nerve, a fourth cranial nerve. Understanding? Then T for trigeminal nerve. Understanding? Then A for abducent nerve, abducent or accessory, no, abducent, it's abducent nerve. It's a 4, 5, 6. Okay, then you have facial nerve, seventh cranial nerve is your facial nerve. Okay, facial. Then you have vestibulocochlear nerve, which is your eighth nerve. Is it correct? Abducent, facial, vestibulocochlear, very good. Then you have glossopharyngeal. Glossopharyngeal nerve, which is a ninth nerve. Okay. Then you have the 10th cranial nerve is your vagus nerve is your 10th cranial nerve. Okay. Then you have accessory and hypoglossal. You have to remember it through the mnemonics. Mnemonics sometimes help in remembering the things very easily. So O to touch and feel. Okay, vomer. G stand for any bone name, vomer gluteal muscle. Okay, or you can make like this, no? You can make like this. There is one awkward mnemonics which I cannot reveal. Okay, that's awkward. Okay, so leave it. Come to the point. Our main concern is we are discussing the cranial nerve. We have 12 cranial nerves. Okay, the first is your olfactory nerve, which is concerned with the olfaction, smelling. Okay, then you have optic nerve, concerned with the eye vision. Okay, then you have oculomotor nerve, is concerned with the rotation of the eye. It supplies the muscles of the eye. Okay, then you have trochlear nerve, you have trigeminal nerve, abducent nerve, facial nerve, vestibulocochlear nerve, glossopharyngeal nerve, vagus nerve, accessory nerve, and hypoglossal nerve. Clear? Understanding? These are your 12 pair of cranial nerves. Why they are called cranial nerves? Because they are arises from the cranium. Okay. Optic nerve is basically, it's not a true, we can say, the cranial nerve. It's not a true cranial nerve because it is the extension of your diencephalon. Part of central nervous system. So the diseases which affect the central nervous system, they also affect the optic nerve. Means they affect your eyes. Okay. Now we will move ahead, and till now we discussed the introductory part about the sensory system. We discussed about the receptors. We discussed about the sensation. We described about the specialized sensory organ.